Now, I want to speak to my young black men real quick, man. If you are into the street culture life and all of this robbing, killing, stealing, and everything, bro, you need to reconsider, man. And I'm speaking from the heart with this one because I work in the prisons, right? And one of the things that I always see that kind of dishearten me, but at the same time is like, bro, like you need to change yourself, is that there's a lot of black men in there. Now, they are victims of their surroundings, but at the same time, it's like, I refuse to believe that you know you're doing something bad and you just keep on doing it. And when they slap your ass with this 25 years or 45 years, bro, everybody gangster until they get behind them doors, bro.
For the past few years now, I have been seeing a shift mentally for a lot of my brothers within the black community. And this shift has something to do with how they view the streets. In 2026, man, a lot of us are seeing that shit in a negative light. Now, obviously, this is a positive thing, but I want to state this first. I never looked at the troubled black youth through a linear lens. Although they may be doing dumb, dysfunctional things, I understand that they are just a product of their environment. Hell, I was a part of that environment. So I always give a different outlook and a different perspective. Instead of demonizing these guys, nobody ever has nuance to it. You can't look at things through a linear lens. You gotta go back. Starting with slavery, that's 400 years of an attempted genocide, right? Things were so bad there, and the psychological effects has literally passed down through generations. It's called epigenetics. It's a real thing. Moving past slavery, you got Jim Crow, segregation, redlining, COINTELPRO. And I hate the fact that a lot of people don't even know about COINTELPRO. These people literally targeted all of our leaders. Every time we had a person that was trying to take up for us, they killed them. But they always want to throw out the pick up yourself by your bootstraps mentality. They had Malcolm X in there, MLK, Fred Hampton. It's literally in documents, bro. It's crazy. Moving past that, we got the crack epidemic, the war on drugs, mass incarceration. These people are so strategic. And when I look at the black community now, it's not surprising why we see some dysfunction. Now with that...
Yup, on top of everything bro just said, you got the hip-hop music too. That has been weaponized and used against us, and it's still working to this day, right? This is a good thing that this current generation are saying the streets is dead. The streets been dead. It's kind of going with all the rappers snitching and whatnot. They realizing the people that they looked up to really just studio gangsters for real. They're not really living like that, and they will tell, right? Which should have been understood. It's entertainment, but that's neither here nor there. This is playing a part into that. This is playing a part into the awakening, making people not want to even be a part of it at all. Now, I'm going to let them keep going.
Stated, we know the nature of these people. We know how they get down. We know how evil they are. So we just got to continue to be the resilient people that we are. And it's like a trap, okay? You know, you set a trap out. I can understand if you fall for it the first couple of times. But when you keep doing it, what are you doing? So eventually with a lot of my brothers, I try to tell y'all, like, you can't keep falling for these same traps. And the street mentality is something that a lot of my brothers do. But like I stated, I have been seeing a shift in that, and I'm so proud of us. I want to talk about the Gucci Mane and Pooh Shiesty situation as an example. I'm pretty sure all of y'all know the situation surrounding it. Pooh Shiesty, a rapper, just got out of jail. Like a couple of months ago. And then last month or whatever, he ended up going back to jail because he robbed Gucci Mane and tried to make him sign a contract, bro. Some goofy shit. A lot of people held him accountable and told him how dumb he was for doing that. Brother, you just got out of jail. You had a second chance. And as soon as you get out, you throw it away again. And if it was really about money, he could have capitalized in so many ways. Y'all see what I got on my head right now? This is a Nike ski mask. Everybody calls these shits shiesties after Pooh Shiesty. This is why I say, man, you need to have smart brothers around you. People that are more intelligent than you. Pooh Shiesty could have came out. People already think he has his gangster image, so he good regardless. He don't have to do anything else. He could have came out, shit, hopped on the GTA RP like T Grizzly, started a whole brand of shiesties and started selling them. You know what I'm saying? Even though the hype died down, he could have still made a couple millions off of that if it was about money. But like I say, man, these brothers are so impulsive, and that's why I try to tell y'all, like, man, stop thinking with your emotions. Sit down, think about the pros and the cons, and not just in that moment. And even more with this Pooh Shiesty situation, it seems that Gucci Mane snitched, and that's whole debatable. I understand both sides. Like, Gucci Mane was this gangster rapper that was talking about doing all this stuff, robbing people, and then he ended up snitching on somebody. But that's not what ended up happening. Basically, what Pooh Shiesty and his crew did what they did, they ended up robbing them, you know, for jewelry and chains and stuff. And I think it totaled up to like $600,000. That's a lot of money. And if you don't know, with a lot of these rappers, they have insurance on their jewelry. So I'm guessing
that's not a lot of money for a rapper. He could have went on tour and made $10 million. His first day out song was trending, so it really don't make sense. He just wanted to show the world that he really liked that. A lot of these people just want to be looked at like they gangster. Oh, they scared of me. You know what I mean? That's what people really want. Now, this whole situation was stupid by far. For $600,000, that's not a lot for a rapper, right? That could have been handled completely different. Now you stuck in that contract forever. You'll never get out, and you might be stuck in the cell forever, right? Everybody tough, everybody street until they get that life sentence, right? Some people go to jail, they get out, and they change their ways. Some people get out of jail and go right back to jail and get a longer sentence. Now let's just change the topic real quick. I don't understand the dying for a hood. This is my block. You got to check in with me. This my street. Own something on that block. Matter of fact, buy every house on the block. Then you can say this is your street because you own every house on the street. You still got people caught in that trap in their 20s and 30s even. A lot of these people that are considered gangsters, I call them broke criminals. You a broke criminal. That's all they are. A broke person doing crime. Anybody can do crime. That don't make you gangster. It's a different. Gangster is standing up against the oppressors, putting on for your family. See, we got to change the definition. It's a different definition. Being G is being a stand-up person in a world full of fakeness.
If you never tapped into street culture, you won. If you was tapped into street culture and then you got out of it, you won. If the only thing you wanted to do back in the day was just get a job and work and live your life, you won. Cause look at what all the street dudes are dealing with. Thug out here getting exposed for snitching on everybody. Lil Baby can't sell no more albums. Tay-K getting out as soon as the world looked like Blade Runner. Bobby Shmurda out here twerking in Hoochie Daddy shorts for features. All the street dudes was getting exposed on the T-app. Lil J got exposed for clapping a lady mister or two. The list is endless. But you know what else is endless? That peace when your decisions set you up for a good life. I'm talking about you could chill and do whatever you want. Spend your money and ain't gotta worry about no child support payments. I'm talking about life really being good, ain't it? Yes, this is my setup. Yes, I'm proud of it. Yes, I'll be streaming. I am Coach Zay live on YouTube and on Twitch. Go follow. But you know who can't do that? Them same street dudes who called everybody and their mom lame for just wanting to live regular life. I bet y'all who wish y'all could just work a regular day job now. It's funny, all of y'all was calling streamers goofies and all kind of stuff a few years ago. Now y'all paying bands to be on stream. Regular degulars, bro. We up.
I'm so glad that we are witnessing, little by little, city by city, kids are seeing how stupid this street shit is. Kids are seeing how pointless glorifying this bullshit is, because the niggas who promote it don't even follow the fucking rules that they try to apply on others. It's a destructive, degenerate mindset. You have grown men damn near or well into their 30s, some of them are approaching their 40s, still trying to fucking play street politics. Nigga, go raise your kids. And if you a grown-ass man, the only reason why you should be willing to go to jail is behind protecting your wife or kids. If you are willing to sit in a jail, a prison, a penitentiary for years, decades on end, protecting another man for a gang code, away from women, away from your kids, you might got some sugar in your tank. You might be on the DL, nigga.
All right, look, this one right here gonna be the last clip. Too many dudes stuck in the gangster matrix. That's a matrix of his own. You got to look at everything like a different version of the matrix. Let's see what this brother got to say. I'm going to commentate on it.
Hey, man, don't listen to these little clown dudes getting on the internet that's just telling you that that in order to be real, you got to be out here getting hats and, you know what I'm saying, robbing and shucking and jiving and doing all the extras, man. You know, you need to start looking up to the folks start looking up to the dudes that have been maintaining a job for the last decade or two. You know, those are the real ones. The dudes are working on their credit. The dudes are trying to avoid the trouble and make it home. A lot of these dudes be still old, you know what I'm saying, bragging about all the street stuff. Like, all this stuff sound cool, but most of these little gang dudes ain't nothing without their homies around. Catch them by themselves, they gonna drop their head and be the little girl that they really is.
And they ain't nothing without a gun. They go to prison, start getting bullied. On the streets, they think they the biggest bully because they got a gun. It was a dude, matter of fact, it was this rapper. I ain't gonna drop his name, but he was like, he went to jail. He was like, I ain't have my gun. So I'm like, I'm through. I start laughing. He knew he was through. He knew he couldn't fight. He like, I'm through. I'm in prison. I ain't got no gun. Just because you can take a life don't mean you tough. A baby can take a life. It happens. And if you really want to be feared, get you some money. Money is power. You could be the most square person, but you could do something to somebody based on the money that you got. You could have so much money that you could buy the house that they living in, that they owe back taxes on. Now they homeless. Now they ain't got nowhere to go. Now they stuck. You see what I'm saying? That's just one example. You really want to be like the square dude, though. The square is winning right now. The people that was called squares in school, they the ones with long-lasting careers, great investors, great investments, winning in life. All the people that was considered cool or gangsters, where they at? They either dead, in jail, or broke right now. They don't know what to do. They don't even know how to maneuver in this current economy. They chasing wave to wave, trying to look for the latest scams, and those dying down. Those not really working no more. They out here down bad. Why would you want to be down bad just to say, I'm really like that? Or why would you want to go do 100 years just to be considered a real ninja? It's stupid.
You know what I'm saying? The cats that really can shake some and move some, don't even move deep for real. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing honorable about being a street dude, bro. There's nothing honorable about it. There's nothing honorable about it. Any dude bragging to you about street stuff, get away from around him. More than likely gonna have you in some jammed up situation, man. Get around some folk that got something going, man. Don't listen to these dudes, man. A lot of these dudes still stuck in the gangster matrix, man. Still excited about street stuff. Still excited about doing shiesty stuff, lame stuff. Catch these dudes by themselves, you can run down on them. Man, I'm telling you, these dudes really be suckers, man, for real. I'm telling you, bro. Ain't no real dude bragging about no street stuff, bro. That stuff only sound good to somebody that don't know what's going on and somebody that is lost. Because at the end of the day, man, it's all about getting you some money, getting in touch with your creator, staying in shape. You know what I'm saying? Staying safe and staying out the way, man, because everything else ain't nothing but distraction. And some BS anyway, man. For real. Like, don't let these folks trick out your spot, trick you out the streets. Because, shoot, you got to go to jail, get what? Folks ain't finna write you no letters. They gonna be in there. They probably may be trying to talk to your girl as soon as you get in there. Your girl gonna leave you because if you doing a lot of time, bro, you ain't got no girl no more. Bro, if you got to do at least a year in jail or more, you got no girl no more, bro. Yeah, she gonna tell you she holding it down. But if you got to do too long, bro, them letters finna stop. All that other stuff, everything finna stop, bro. Phone calls, all that, visitations.
Yep.
So be mindful when you letting these lame dudes lead you into a bad spot.
Yo, they ain't putting money on your books. Nothing. Now you got to depend on other people to make sure you can get commissaries. Why would you want to have to depend on other people to make sure you fed? To make sure you could talk on the phone. You know what I mean? And then you in there with no freedom. In there with other men all day. Who wants to live like that? Unless you like that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Unless you DL or something. That's the only reason you would probably like prison. Some of them be more happy in there than out on the streets. We know you love it there. Notice the dudes that's the biggest and toughest on the streets, they get in that courtroom, start crying when they get the sentence. He in there crying, begging they don't give him the death penalty. He came from a good home too, a good area, good household, good family. He just got influenced by the gangster matrix. He wanted to be something he wasn't. And most of these people want to be something they ain't for real. Educate yourself, get you some money for real. People that's really in the streets, all they want to do is get out the streets. That's the difference. I don't understand the people that came from the good household, good areas, wealthy families or well-off families wanting to be street. Even the rapper kids. Why do you want to be street when you didn't have to live like that? And you got money. You grew up with money. And you want to prove to the world that you like that. You're not like that. You're going to end up getting in a situation you can't get out of trying to be like that. You're going to force yourself to really have to be like that. For what reason? And them people count you. They call you stupid when you go to jail. That's why they're going to say he's stupid. Why would he do that? But yo, I'm glad it's dying down though. I'm glad it's dying down. Our people waking up. Each generation getting a little smarter than the last one. Shout out to this next generation, man. Y'all the future. The kids always the future, man. And they're the ones making changes for real. So shout out to the younger people. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Peace to my Hebrew fam. Shalom.